president of the Bermuda Rugby Union Federation, Sean Fielderman. Word reaching me today is that, or this morning, is that Bermuda will not take on USA South. Can you enlighten us on the situation regarding Bermuda's match that was supposed to take place on Saturday?
Yeah, I can confirm that the game has been cancelled. Unfortunately, due to a player not being available due to injury and America's Cup duties, we're not able to field a competitive side. Obviously, we had to go down with 23 players, and with the injuries and unavailability due to America's Cup, we were down to around 14 players. And as such, a decision was made by the executive to regrettably withdraw Bermuda from the game. It was a dead rubber, so there was not much riding on the game. But we like to fulfill our responsibilities and obligations to Rugby America North. But unfortunately, despite the best efforts of the coach and management, we just could not pull a team together, and we pulled out.
Where does this leave us? Because we had already lost 2 matches. So are we now going to another division, or what does that do for us?
Well, first things first, I think RAN are trying to see if we can maybe rearrange the game, more of a friendly game, and if that can be done, we will have a look at rescheduling. If not, obviously we will be deducted the points and may possibly face a fine. RAN will have to determine what will happen with the person who comes bottom of the division, and that more than likely will be us. Unfortunately, if we played against USA South and beat them, they may have been the bottom, but it looks like it will be us. And at that stage, a decision has to be made whether or not they will drop us down a league to play the likes of Bahamas and Turks and Caicos like we did the year before. Personally, I think where the national team program is, that's not a undesirable outcome for us. The national team is in transition. We have a lot of great servants of the game coming to the end of their careers. And we're waiting for the younger generation of players to come through. And I think it'll be a daunting task for some of these players to take on them, the likes of Caymans and Mexico in particular, and the USA South, who have a vastly larger pool of players. I'm not happy, but I'm not overly upset that we're going to, if possible, go down to a division. I think for the development of the game on the island, that'll be good.
The qualifications to represent Bermuda in rugby in this particular event, what are the circumstances and what are the qualifications for people?
Well, right now we still operate under the World Rugby 3-year eligibility rule. So if you live on the island, you're eligible for 3 years. You're eligible, and obviously if you're Bermudian or deemed to be Bermudian, you can play. So we had, several players from overseas that are deemed to be Bermudian. Brendan Toms comes to mind. Young Cook comes to mind. And they're overseas-based Bermudians who came on the island and posted our national team. So the national team program is in transition. We have a lot of elderly players sort of announcing their retirement or phasing themselves into the coaching support role. And so we're looking for the under-19s to transition to the senior program. Audio Jungle.